Well, we all kind of expected this to happen. Vampire the Masquerade and Bloodlines 2 is pretty much dead. At this point, I would not be even surprised if the game gets completely cancelled and, they just wait a year or two to try to release it without people being this mad. Because people are just getting more mad and mad about this situation, and it's understandable. First of all, it's an absolute bait and switch. This is not Bloodlines 2. This is not even Bloodlines 1. This is just a completely new, effectively, Vampire the Masquerade game and title, but it's trying to ride off the coattails of Bloodlines because people really, really want to follow up for one of the, well, honestly, better role-playing games ever probably made, if we're being real. And obviously, we're not even talking about all the other things, right? The linear story, the very low slash absolutely no real overworld, the stupid rules about breaking the masquerade, because the masquerade breaking is like instant. It's stupid. A lot of things are stupid. The a lot of the things about this game also seem woke, which I have not even, by the way, touched upon until this point. But yeah, this is like kind of how you look. You look like hermaphrodite at best in a lot of cases. There are still women that look like women, but this is a major decline. Day one paid DLC, locking the Toreador clan behind a paywall. Yeah, like that's not gonna completely fucking kill the game on its own, honestly, because people are gonna be pissed. And the DLC being 30 buckaroonies. Jesus, Silksong just came out for 20, and your DLC, day one DLC, that's a blatant paywall that makes this game cost like $100. Really? You think that's gonna slide? I mean, Silksong is just adding already to the decline here at this point for this game. So it's pretty much over. It is dead on arrival. I already predicted that even before this, and people are just even more mad now. Even before all of this, I said that yeah, that no one's pre-ordering this thing. Hell no, okay? These are Vampire the Masquerade fans, not Pokemon fans who are literally gonna buy everything and take it up the behind like there's no tomorrow because that's just their life forever now. No, the people are not gonna accept this, and well, needless to say, it's a boiling point has been reached.
Paradox really thought that they could get away with day one paywall $30 DLC, that they could get away with androgenifying all of their characters, and they could get away with really removing the heart and soul of what made Bloodlines so special, and they were going to get away with it. But that did not happen. Gamers are extremely protective of their favorite franchises and games, and they will definitely voice their opinion if something looks amiss. And now Paradox has faced so much
Good and based, by the way.
backlash, they are issuing Bloodlines 2 refunds. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into
This is only PlayStation, I think, at this point, though.
the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links
Maybe
in the
I'm wrong.
description, join the community in my live streams.
Like the video now, or you will be forced to play as a Fire. Yeah, the main character's name's Fire. And Fire really enjoys announcing when he or she enters the building. Yes, 10 out of 10.
And consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. This was a game that was in development hell that is now going to be releasing in just a few short weeks, and it's facing major backlash. And really, Paradox has brought all of this upon themselves, from the character designs to removing
Are we gonna talk about the shills that got the experience this early and said, oh, it's great? Well, actually, even the typical shills actually didn't. The Extra Life said that this is not a Bloodlines game. But again, I am of the same opinion that this could be a decent standalone vampire poet fantasy thing, but they're kind of fucking muddying up the waters here. A lot. A lot. And by the way, that's the thing that most people don't want. I would accept that because prototype with vampires sounds fun.
basic RPG elements to, of course, now having to apologize and issue refunds over the paywalled clans. Now, it was insane that they decided in the first place to do this or try to get away with it. It's like they thought people would just shut up and consume content. There are a lot of developers in the industry who believe that that will happen, but it really never does.
Not no longer. People know the refund button, and people reach for the refund button when it's an option.
Anymore, gamers are willing to fight back against something if they don't like it. And hey, I guess it's technically good that they listened, but it's probably because pre-orders were trash. So it says Shadows and Silk was initially set to cost $21.99 separately and was included as part of the premium pre-order edition of the game, but in response to a wave of backlash, Paradox has confirmed that it's making some adjustments to that paywall. While we still don't quite know what that entails, a new post confirms that we'll get an update soon, while also stating that it's issuing refunds to anyone who bought the premium edition on the PlayStation Store. Paradox in the Chinese room said that they're
Listen, if you're buying premium editions from games, you're actually, like, damaging yourself and the industry. Listen, show me a single game with a premium edition to buy day one that's actually not completely predatory. That is actually good value for its buck, okay? Oh, you get soundtracks! Shut the fuck up.
making significant changes that involve many moving parts, confirmed on both the Bloodlines 2 and World of Darkness discords by community developers
By the way, you know what's the most insane part about this? When Paradox said, oh, we're gonna re-evaluate the day one DLC. I literally made a video and I said, well, they're removing day one DLC because, like, you can't say you're gonna re-evaluate day one DLC after such negative backlash and not fucking remove it. Like, I really did not think that someone can be this stupid. You're gonna say you're gonna re-evaluate the day one DLC and then you're not gonna remove it? Dude, you were better off just completely ignoring the fact that people were mad in that case, because that would have worked out better. But saying, oh, you're gonna reevaluate it and being like, okay, that's minus $7 off it, that's what we're gonna do. That is retarded! Holy shit. I never thought that someone can be that stupid. Absolutely peak stupidity. I never really thought that they could do something that bad. I thought that they're gonna remove it. I 100% thought that. Because there's no way someone's gonna just destroy themselves this hard.
Lane, a full update regarding the changes is coming on September 17th. We are working hard on the adjustments that we promised, and we will be able to tell you all of the details on September 17th. Making significant changes like this involves many moving parts, and we want to make sure that we get it right with this change. Yeah, because if you don't, you are absolutely screwed. I believe that there are still going to be a lot of people who are not going to purchase this on release. They're going to wait for potentially a sale. They're going to wait for a couple of months or maybe even years until they
Where's my... I need to buy a pirate hat.
finally feel like, you know what, it's at a right price. And from what we've seen so far, it hasn't gone over particularly smoothly. Now, this is a game I was excited for, but I wouldn't say it's a game that I'm jumping to play. And I feel like that's the general consensus. I think that they've made a lot of very questionable decisions with character designs and kind of modernizing this series. And it's unfortunate that it doesn't really seem to have the same flair as the first game. I know that there was a significant amount of time between these two games, which is probably why it ended up feeling so disjointed from the first, but at that point, why even release it except for the fact that you can bank off of the nostalgia and the love that the first game had? But I don't see a way that this sequel is going to live up to people's expectations.
No, I already said this. Even if this is a good vampire power fantasy game, it's still gonna collapse. At this point, there's no way that people are gonna play. There's no way that people are gonna like it. There's no way that people are gonna buy it, most importantly.
It says, though, that she states that Paradox is issuing refunds to PlayStation customers who bought the premium edition of the game, with compensation rolling out from Monday, September 8th. Players will be able to pre-order again later down the line. Anyone who pre-ordered this edition through the PlayStation Store will be contacted and refunded. So they could always charge less for it. They could end up just adding it to all editions. They could do what they should have in the first place, which is just add these clans to the game for everybody who plays it and actually allow people to unlock the clans that they want to use. Like, it really shouldn't have been that hard of a decision to go in that direction in the first place. The fact that they didn't think that they were going to face severe backlash over this is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. Just adding $30 day one DLC itself was controversial enough, and never mind the fact that you're locking basic RPG features and really clans that people were the most excited for behind a paywall is absolute lunacy, and they really did deserve all of the backlash that they got. But this is not the only reason this game has been facing backlash. Of course, just the gameplay itself hasn't particularly gone over well with people. This is the pre-order trailer from just
I'm okay with the gameplay for the most part. I don't think that this is that bad. I also haven't seen actually people comment when I talk about this subject that people are saying, "Oh, the gameplay doesn't look good. The combat doesn't look good." Doesn't it? I mean, it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong, but doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look horrible. And again, the fact that you can't use guns here. Well, again, listen. If you're thinking that this is even a Bloodline, if you think that this is even remotely a sequel to Bloodlines in any way, you're out of your goddamn mind. That's just reality. Stop complaining. It's a miracle this game, I guess, even is happening. Even though the Vampire the Masquerade is probably like one of the easily the most underutilized franchise that has probably ever fucking existed. It's kind of crazy how much this thing could, in my opinion, pump out money and great games and whatnot. But it doesn't. It just doesn't, because everything vampire related gets kind of massacred.
2 weeks ago. It's got 88,000 views. It's sitting at 3.1k likes and 3.6k dislikes, so it is being negatively ratioed.
We don't know about that. That's the extension, to be fair. The extension's wrong. The extension is always showing way more dislikes than it should for things that are getting, well, more dislikes in general than they should. The ratio is probably still more than 50% positive.
And it's not the biggest ratio by any means, but there are a hell of a lot of criticisms having to do with the character designs, the general atmosphere, and also just the level of quality for a game that has been in development for such a long time. You'd think that it would be a little bit better looking. It just feels very rushed. Nothing feels very polished. And maybe it's because they went for quantity over quality. Maybe it's going to be an extremely long game, but it's going to just have this lesser quality level. That's not really what gamers want to see, though. And if you start looking at the
Bro, that's my phone. What the hell?
comments, I mean, yeah, people are voicing their dissatisfaction. Imagine only having 4 clans and then paywalling 2 behind the deluxe edition as day 1 DLC.
Well, I kind of have to take it, so let's see what it is. You can keep listening. No, actually, no. Damn, I am so not used to actually getting phone calls at this point. Everyone just fucking texts. Like, if someone uses a phone call, I'm honestly almost getting, like, scared. What's happening? Is the scammer? It was... I finally... You know what I did, boys? I finally decided to go to a dentist. I haven't been for like 12 years or something. Yeah. I'm assuming everything's fine. No obvious problems, no any of that. Because I have an electric toothbrush. Remember, boys, electric toothbrushes save lives.
Something tells me I should wait till the reviews of this game have gone through the ringer. Now I'm really giving this game the side eye, seeing that they are locking clans behind the day one DLC. I'm getting a very strong, unfinished vibe from this one. Make an RPG game, remove a bunch of RPG elements. Why even bother? In-game purchases, a massive red flag on a game not even out. So let me get this straight. No equipable weapons, no character creator, only 4 clans, 2 paywalled. This doesn't
Yep.
feel like a sequel at all.
Okay, this is not about being a sequel. This is about being a role-play game. A lot of people not being happy with this game, though, is the fact that they want the role-play game, which is understandable because that's what the first game was. But this is not a role-play game. Just say that you want an actual role-play game, not a on-rails, maybe, probably shit story. Let's be real.
This looks more like a Redfall DLC than a sequel to Bloodlines, and there are some criticisms here.
Jeez, calling this Redfall is a little bit fun, not gonna lie. Oof. That hurt.
About the character designs. Now, we've been talking about this for a very long time.
Oh, what the hell? It's the same thing. Jesus, I did not know it's that bad. Holy fuck. Oh god, it's also oh god, the wokeness is really big. We didn't see a lot of it in the trailer. We didn't see any pronouns or anything like that. Oof. Oh god. I did not see this. That's bad. Well, it's woke, boys. It's fucking woke.
If you look at this image, can you truly tell just by a quick glance which one is the male and female? Obviously, you can tell if
Yeah, you can, but it's like, there's barely a difference. It's sad.
you really start looking and paying attention. Like the one on the left is a little bit wider, where the one on the right is a little bit slimmer. The one on the right has a very slight
I mean, yeah, if it wasn't for the slight inclinations there, that it would actually be impossible to tell. The faces look the faces are not the same, but you can't tell which one is supposed to be feminine. If you just look at the faces, it's over.
chest, even though you can barely tell. And yeah, these are the male and female options in this game, which is basically just the female option in Bloodlines 2 is a guy, but skinnier. This has infuriated a lot of people. Then, if you really start looking at their faces, it's also not particularly good. I don't think that all of these character faces are god awful, but again, they went for like this very androgynous character design choice. And
Oh god, you should have just started with the fact that this is woke. Jesus.
I mean, I've talked about it in the past.
I did not know that that we're talking about this level of woke, okay?
They were banning people because of the criticisms. The community manager melted down and banned gamers from forums for criticizing these
I did also not know that. Holy fucking shit! Like, damn.
types of designs, which isn't a good freaking look. And heading on over to this thread, there are tons of people saying that ain't no woman. It's a man. Isn't it like really sexist at this point? I mean, what do these developers have against women that they refuse to portray them in games? They are good at helping me save my money. We're down to body type A and body type A variant now. These people just absolutely hate women. Which one's the guy here? They're both vegan, a tough thing to deal with when you're a vampire. I'm seeing a very boring looking venture there. That's aside. If I can't make a Malkavian like Jeanette, I'm rioting, which you cannot make any sort of character in this.
No, that's you're never making anything even close to anything like that. Well, anyway, that was very dark. Very didn't put an end screen. Anyway, yeah, fuck. It's well, shit. Well, maybe no. It's fucked. It's fucked. There's no chance. There's no chance that this ever. Okay, this is just a cherry on the top. It was all again, it was already a disaster, but now it's not even going to probably be a Power Fantasy because broke people can't fucking make gameplay. That's probably the worst part about them. They can't even make gameplay proper. So yeah, it's over. Anyway, thanks for watching. That was very dark. Bye bye.